Our next outstanding alum is from the class of 1964, Douglas Nelson.
Doug Nelson is being recognized for his athletic achievements as well as his contributions to the athletic program at Adrian High School. Doug graduated with the class of 1964 and left a rich legacy which has been unequaled in Adrian High School sports history. He earned 9 varsity letters, lettering all 3 years in football, basketball, and baseball. At this time, the 9th grade was still in the junior high. At the state playoffs in basketball, his team finished runner-up in the state, the highest an Adrian team had ever finished before or since. His high school football and baseball teams also were outstanding, and his American Legion baseball team won the state championship. Class A individual honors included being named an all-state player in football and basketball. In baseball, he was named the most valuable player in the state of Michigan when his team won the state title. Doug's athletic career continued when he accepted a full-ride scholarship to the University of Michigan. Here he was a 2-sport letter winner and starter in football and baseball. An example of his all-around athletic ability was demonstrated when at Michigan he started as an outfielder as a sophomore, a first baseman as a junior, and a catcher as a senior. He was also named captain of the Michigan baseball team his senior year. After his collegiate career, he returned to Adrian High School and served as an assistant football coach for many years. He was also the head baseball coach, leading one of his teams to the longest playoff run in Maple history. Bill Cohn, a coaching and teaching peer of Doug's, describes Doug as a committed, hard-working, insightful coach who placed the growth and welfare of his student athletes first, with the intent to help each individual athlete become a better person on and off the field. Knowing the importance of athletics in a student's life, Doug dedicated many hours to building and supporting the Maple Fans Club, a number of them as president. He played a big part in organizing the Maple Fans golf outing that continues today. He was a regular concession stand volunteer, spearheaded the barbecue for the Torrey Clark Track Invitational, produced the fall, winter, spring sports programs for many years, and assisted in selling sports clothing through the fan club. Doug is a retired physical education teacher, as is his wife, Luann. They have 2 children, Dana and Grant, who are also graduates of Adrian High School.
Congratulations, Doug. Please come forward and accept your award.
Thank you. When I first heard about this, that my daughter had nominated me for this, I wanted to spank her. And I never had before, but this is going to be close. I also think that the nominating committee, the actual Alumni Association Education Fund, ought to reconvene and look at the requirements for membership, because I'm not sure I qualify with some of these people who have, their accomplishments have been just amazing. As far as this, I said, what have I done? I mean, I taught 34 years at Adrian High School, and I loved every minute of it. But I'm not sure I was awarded. Now, somebody says, well, it's for athletics. I says, okay, if that's what it's for, maybe I got a chance. That's what I did in high school. And college, I was lucky enough, if I could say so, in my opinion, I grew up in the golden age of athletics around Adrian. The one picture you saw of 5 athletes there, 3 from Michigan State and 2 they were all from Adrian High. When we played a doubleheader with Michigan State, there were 5 people in my senior class that were all starting in that game, and that's amazing to me. And it wasn't just me. We had just a great group of athletes, students that went through the school at that time that just made our friendship and made our time in the Adrian Public Schools tremendous. I would like to thank those people as for for just nurturing and everything else he did. And as my brother said before, my father was initial AD here at Adrian High. My brother was an athlete himself. He couldn't get into Michigan. He went to Michigan State, but he was successful there and made a name for himself. Somehow he got elected to this situation before I did, along with his wife. I think they're running out of Nelsons. That's what they said. That's good. But it is an honor. And the 34 years I taught at Adrian High, they made me. I came in as a young guy, didn't know anything. Had a student come up to me, he talked about anthropology. I actually taught anthropology. I can't spell anthropology today. But it was the beginning of my learning process and my growing up as an individual and what it became. And my best accomplishments are sitting over there with my wife, my daughter, my son, and the 3 little grandchildren I got, JJ, JoJo, and Henry D., and love them all, and they're my pride and joy. But I thank everybody, thank the nominating committee, and everybody else who's involved with this. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug.